Okay, so today I will be doing Supreme versus Superman. I'm gonna try keeping this under 15 minutes because I know I had to break up the video number one before. I didn't know how to do that until a little while, because someone messaged me and said, "Dude, where's the rest of the video?" So I'm sorry about that, and I'll try keeping this only one video, not part one, two, three, whatever. So moving on, Supreme. It's a Marvel character, maybe not big time like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, whatnot, but or I guess Future Foundation as they're called now. But they're still kind of up there. Yes, let's go on. His powers: super strength, super speed, super stamina, super breath, super vision, super durability, or invulnerability. All of his senses are superhuman. He also can fly, supersonic speeds, and he has molecular adaptation. And by that I mean he can literally adapt to whatever he's fighting. So it's kind of like Doomsday in a way, right there. I put it as a skill that he's an artist, and I hate how he's not that popular, so he doesn't have that many feats, but his feats are pretty good. He has defeated Thor and Loki in battle and picked up Thor's hammer, which only supposedly the worthy can pick up. So yeah, he's also been killed and returned from the dead. By the way, this is modern version, by the way. All of this is modern. I'm not doing no Silver Age, Golden Age, Moving Planets 1. And background, before he has powers, he was a kid named Ethan Crane, and as a kid he found this element, or meteorite, called Supremium, and basically it has many different forms, effects. It can warp reality pretty much in its purest form. It gave him his powers, so that's pretty interesting. Turns out later on in the comic books we learned that his villain, or his arch nemesis, ends up becoming someone called the Supremium Man, and Supremium Man, and he ends up absorbing too much Supremium so he could fight Supreme, and he gets turned into, he goes back in time, well, because of absorbing it, and he turns into pure Supremium, and he ends up becoming the meteorite that gives him his powers. So it's a pretty interesting backstory. It's a weird time paradox, but yeah, so that's him, Supreme. Moving on, Superman. I don't think I really have to list his powers, but I'm going to anyways, just in case you guys don't know it for some reason. Super strength, speed, stamina, senses, durability or invulnerability, heat vision, X-ray vision, regeneration, freeze / super breath, longevity, super memory, and that's it. He has a lot of powers. I think that it's kind of ridiculous, even though he's just an alien though. It's not like Supreme where he has a reality warping element thing that comes in contact with them, gives him all these amazing powers. But because honestly, if I was an alien as advanced enough to build a rocket to send a baby across like billions of billion miles of space in a matter of maybe a few years at the most, I would go there. Are you serious? Yeah, go there, get me some powers. But moving on, skills, he's a reporter, because that's journalism, and that is actually a skill at that. And I put also a skill is he's a farmer, because I've met farmers and it's a big job to take care of the farm and the animals there and whatnot. And for some feats, that he warmed up the earth with his heat vision one time, which is a feat, believe it or not, because that's a lot of heat, and being able to emit that much heat is pretty impressive. He closed a rip in reality one time when he was with Orion, which is Darkseid's son, who's actually a good guy, and he did that with his bare hands, closed it up, and then sealed it with his heat vision. He held a mini black hole in his hands with little to no discomfort, which is a feat because I don't see anyone holding a black hole and surviving. or even like being able to get close to it enough to touch it without dying. He survived the Sun Eater explosion, just sent him back in time. Basically, he plummeted down to Earth at such a speed where it made the crater that supposedly killed all the dinosaurs in the DC universe. And he just got up, it's all fine. So yeah, survived supernovas. He survived it, but he was knocked out. But he still survived it. Survived a nuke, but was very weakened by it. He flew into the sun, and he flew through a moon one time, in one of Saturn's moons, cutting it straight in half like a knife to butter when Lex Luthor was announced to be the next president of the United States. So I guess he was pretty pissed about that. And a little bit of background, you should know who he is. Oh, by the way, another feat, that he's kept his secret identity for so long, when all he does is wear glasses and a suit. That's ridiculous how he does it, but that's a feat on its own. Like, I don't see anyone else being able to do that when you're like plastered over like everything. You're a big time superhero. So yeah, a little bit of background. When he was a baby, his planet Krypton was about to explode, so his parents sent him in a rocket to Earth so he could survive the last son of Krypton, so to speak. And he was found by Kansas farmers, Jonathan and Martha Kent. He was raised with supposedly traditional American values for truth, justice, and the American way, and he became Superman later on. Pretty much it. Nothing much really to say. There's so many different incarnations, but if you want like a pretty interesting incarnation of him, watch Smallville, I guess, or basically just wait for September to come and read the new reboot comics that DC is doing for all the characters. And yeah, so basically moving on, who I think would win, I think Supreme would win, because basically every power Superman has besides X-ray vision and heat vision, and then he has molecular adaptation, which is basically like Doomsday. Doomsday kills Superman, so you see right there. Yeah, so I think it'd be a pretty good battle. I think they're pretty evenly matched, but that molecular adaptation just gives him a little bit of the edge fighting wise. Plus, I think Superman would hold back for most of the fight until he can finally just let go, because he's been around so many people that he could easily break with just like one touch and everything, that he's held back kind of for so long. You know that feeling where, say, you're lifting weights and you're with somebody, you're helping them out, and you just lift the weights with them, and it's light and stuff because you want them to feel good about themselves and everything, and then it feels just so weird and it's hard to get back to like where you were before, so to speak. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of basing it from. And write down in the comments below, like the video by the way, subscribe please, send me messages, tips, whatnot. Please be positive though, I don't like haters. And comment who you think would win, if you agree with me, don't agree with me, say why, give me a real reason, not just a dumb one. And next week, or next video, will be Flash versus Quicksilver. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see ya.